Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fan Sportscast with your host, Ben Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, Tyler Wright. Man, it's so good to be back for another episode to discuss NFL news, NBA news, and what's ever trending. So, how y'all weekend, guys? What y'all been up to?
Pretty good, just watching football.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, Taylor came over for a couple hours yesterday, Sunday, to watch the Bills and the Chiefs. So we had a pretty good time. Yeah, see, Tyler, you missed out, man. We had some pizza, wings, some little rotel.
Had to get that negative COVID test, bro.
Man. Nah, but you could just pull one of your tricks like you did from a birthday party, but hey, I ain't gonna bring that back up.
Don't do it.
Hey, Brittany said, "Yeah, I test Tyler to stop by to come by for your birthday." I'm like, "What?" I like he didn't say anything.
Good shit.
But nah, it's good. I know I did it kind of put on the little gathering kind of late. It's kind of late notice anyway. But I just want to sit down, chill, and watch some playoff football with y'all. Speaking of playoff football, the first game of the Sunday was the Bucks and Packers. It was pretty interesting. I thought for sure the Packers would come back, but I don't think they even held a lead through the whole game, which is kind of sad. You know, when you know one seed, you want to come out, strong and showcase your talent and impose your will on the other team, but it seemed like the exact opposite thing happened, which just caught me by surprise. Like I said, I didn't see it actually happening like that, but hey, it's Tom Brady, right?
Oh, good. I when they got the ball first and they started off the game with a touchdown, I just feel like that's how it all went downhill after that, because they showed them what's up to start the game, and they showed them what tempo, how it was going to play out, and that's how it played out.
Yeah, the score was 31-26 Bucks. The Bucks came out the gate firing all cylinders, and they seemed like they had a pretty good game plan in place. They knew who they wanted to go after. They knew what part of defense they wanted to attack, and they executed flawlessly. They did.
Yeah, they were attacking. What's that guy's on the corner?
King.
Yes.
Yeah, King. That's the one Scotty Miller burnt before half.
Yeah, it seemed like King was not prepared this game. I don't know where his mind was. He had some very bad coverage on Scotty Miller and a couple on Chris Godwin. And I think he gave up the touchdown to Mike Evans also, if I'm not mistaken. And it just seemed like the Bucks knew who the weakest link were on that defense secondary. And bro, they just went right after him. That dude can catch a break.
He was messing up all game.
Yeah. So everybody talking, Brady gonna get credit for everything, but the Bucks defense, bro. Oh my word, Aaron Rodgers couldn't get no time.
their pass rush is so good.
It is. It's very underrated, to be honest. Nobody really talk about Shaq Barrett, who led the league in sacks a couple years ago. Then you got Jason Pierre-Paul. We already know what he can do.
Yeah.
And they finally got Vita Vea back.
Dominican Sue.
And Dominican Sue, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then you got Devin White at linebacker. Devin White's a baller. He's already a top 5 middle linebacker for sure.
Yeah, that dude is balling. He's been balling my playoffs. I love it.
And somebody else that's underrated is that Whitehead. That dude can hit, man.
Yeah.
That safety.
Yeah, they come out. They play really aggressive. They real physical.
They made a statement to start the game.
And
yeah,
they did. And like I said, Tom Brady gonna get the credit for the win, but we all know the defense held up for this game. That's why they really won, because Brady, he only threw for 280 yards with 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and Fournette had a decent game. He had 55 yards with 1 touchdown. They did run the ball close to 15 times, so. Well, a little bit about 20 times, because I forgot the other running back played. So
Jones.
Yeah. They had a nice little tandem going on, but the defense is really what held everything together. Brady threw some ducks up in the air. He threw some prayers up, and I'm surprised Packers didn't do anything. Usually when a quarterback throws 3 interceptions in a game, you usually gonna lose that game.
I really thought it was going to be worse than that, because especially when they scored that touchdown before the half, the Bucs. Oh, it's over.
Yeah, it was like 28. It was like 28-10 or something like that.
Yeah, it was 21-10 a half, and then to start the second half, that Whitehead hit Aaron Jones and he fumbled, and Devin White took it to the 10, and then they scored, and it was 28-10. So they had all the momentum.
Yeah, Aaron Jones been stud all year, man. I know he had to be hurting, giving up them 2 costly fumbles. And Aaron Jones don't usually fumble, but there was some great hits. I mean,
they can hit.
They put the crown and helmet on one of them hits, and I mean, you can do about it when you just make a great tackle like that to cause a fumble. And like I said, Green Bay, they couldn't do anything with their turnovers. Green Bay only scored 6 points off of turnovers. That's unacceptable in a playoff game. If Brady give you 3 turnovers, you better capitalize. At least he scored 17 points from the 2 turnovers. And that was the big difference in the game. Like I said, Green Bay only scored 6 points off turnovers. And the Bucs scored 14 points off of turnovers. So think about that.
Also,
14
coaching.
points off a turnover for the Bucs.
Buccaneers had the upper hand.
What, Matt LaFleur?
Yeah.
What, Matt LaFleur? He's still kind of wet behind the ears. That's what it is.
That dude he doesn't have any balls, I guess. He can kick a field goal.
Yeah. The thing is, like, they didn't do anything to help out Rodgers and O-line. Like, they still were trying to throw it down the field deep when they were getting pressure in their face. Why not start off with some quick passes? No. Some screen game. Well, the thing is, like, they were just getting pressure with that front 4. So you had to help. You gotta have Aaron Jones chip or something to give that old line some help. Like, they're just plain ridiculous.
You even remember them throwing a screen?
Huh?
I don't even remember them throwing a screen.
I don't think they did either. I think they threw a couple of quick passes to Devontae and VS, but I don't remember not one screen.
I feel like it's different when you get pressure with your front 4, bro.
Can't run no screen.
It's really tough to do anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Got on linebackers are set, and they ain't moving nowhere. They not blitzing or nothing like that, so they just sitting back and watching. And it's just, man, oh man.
People don't realize how important the D line is, because like the D line will make your corners and safeties better, because you put pressure on the quarterback, it makes them look better, because it's easier to cover when there's pressure on the quarterback.
And that's why the Saints lost.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how many sacks they got
Right.
on Tom Brady in the New Orleans Saints game. And that's not
I was
gonna
watching some.
that's
Go
not
ahead, Jay.
gonna what you say?
I was saying I was watching some. I realized that all the top defenses in the league, they have like elite elite defensive lines, elite front four.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Like the
got great
Saints, the
pressure.
Rams.
Rams are so good on defense.
You
Right.
have to create pressure in order to create turnovers. That's how Washington, they were able to put a string together some wins. Kind of had a pretty good D line. Pittsburgh with T.J. Watt. You gotta have pressure. And Green Bay, boy, they need some pieces next year in order to get over the hump because they wouldn't get any pressure on Brady. They wouldn't, and you can't really just blitz Brady. You can't have him sit back there. So you like pick your poison. Do I blitz him and try to make the ball come at him, and or he gonna just find over the receiver, or I'll just let him pick us apart. Either way, if you're not getting pressure, you're gonna lose. And so
Right.
but like Green Bay, they had a chance to win this game, but it's just bad play calling. Matt LaFleur, I guess he got kind of distracted, or I guess kind of in shock of how big this game was. Maybe he got kind of sweaty like you do when you play Madden. You play against tough competition, and you just kind of lose your nerve. So he just didn't make the right play calls. The defense couldn't stop nobody. But what's so crazy about it, the Packers were still in the game.
Yeah, Brady started throwing them interceptions, man. That threw me off so bad.
So what does that say about the Packers, or what does it say something about the Packers, or does it say something about the Bucks?
Well, I mean, a couple of the interceptions aren't really on Brady. Or one of them was like Mike
They were
Evans
like
could have called
punts.
that. Mike Evans could have called.
Some of the interceptions Brady threw were like punts though. They were like on Green Bay on 20 or their own 30. It wasn't like a key interception where you pick it off in the Bucks territory. They were essentially just like punts. So
He
the
was trying to
field
make
position,
a play on third down.
yeah. What was Green Bay? Green Bay and Bucks had almost the same percentage on third down, but it just when you come off firing on cylinders and you score first and you score big and you score fast, and your defense ain't there really anything, you're not gonna come back from it. Like I said, I just didn't like the play calling from Green Bay.
Like you said earlier, you just got to capitalize off those turnovers, bro.
You got to. And I'm going back to the Saints because they didn't capitalize on some key moments in that game. Remember when they got down in the Bucks red zone twice, they came away with 6 points, just like Green Bay here. I mean, that is aggravating when you're that close to the end zone and you can't find a way to score. You don't have one of your best plays in your playbook to get you into the end zone or get somebody open into the end zone. Like, just plain ridiculous. And everybody talking about that play where Aaron Rodgers threw into double coverage to Devontae Adams on third down, and everybody thought he could scramble. I thought he could have ran it too. From what I saw, I thought, to be honest, it would have been kind of close. I don't think he would have scored, but he would at least got to the 2 yard line, or he would have got at least 4th and 3, or 4th and 3 or 4th and 2. Like, he would have been close to the goal line. I don't think he would have scored because it was like 2 defenders on Devontae, and they could easily just peel it off and just beat him to the corner or something.
Yeah,
right.
They still should have went for it. Like, so this is their plan. Oh, we're gonna kick this field goal and think that Tom Brady ain't gonna get one first down. One first down, you're gonna take your chance. You're gonna take your chances.
Right.
Not the goat not getting one first down.
I know, right?
That's your plan.
It wasn't a very. I don't think they thought it through. They were like, "Yeah, our defense been playing great, guys. They've been great this whole game. So we gonna kick it to Tom Brady and let them stop him." Yes, I got so much faith in my defense. Look, I know I would look.
The defense wasn't playing friend.
They wasn't good at all, man. If I would look at Matt LaFleur. I was like, "So you trust your defense?" look me dead in my eyes, and you can tell me right now, you think they can stop Tom Brady right now?
Over the MVP.
I wanted to see
Come
his
on, man.
reaction. Like, I think he was straight lying to my face because there's no way. Even I don't know what he was thinking about, but he should have thought like, man, my defense. They already gave up 31 points. I mean, I really want.
He thought
some
because they
guys
got some
to stop.
interceptions that there was a difference.
He like, oh man, Tom Brady on look kind of shot. We might have a chance.
What do you think? Aaron Rodgers gonna throw another one of them crazy Hail Marys again?
I don't know. He was thinking too hard when he should have kept it simple. And it's fourth down, man. Like I said, granted, Aaron Rodgers should have ran that and picked up some more yards. If you plan for an extra down, it doesn't matter you get on third down. It's just a matter of how many yards you can pick up. And if they were fourth and third, fourth on the 3 yard line, then of course they would have went for it. Like it's a no-brainer, but I feel like it was a no-brainer on fourth down, 4th and 10 anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man.
That was a Bill O'Brien play call.
So what y'all think about this? They said Aaron Rodgers had lost. How many? It was 4? No, 5.
Yeah, he won it for.
Championships.
You like 1-5 or something?
Yeah, he lost like 5 conference championships. I was like, where have I been? Like I haven't noticed.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed. I'm like, he been in that many? I'm like, okay. I'm like, wow.
I didn't even know they they did the same thing last year. They went 13-3 last year and lost in the NFC Championship.
Yeah, they lost to the
Niners.
Yeah, the Niners. Yes. So that's wow. So what does that say about Aaron Rodgers? Y'all think?
That's not on him. That game wasn't
on
him.
him.
You know,
That
they
wasn't
say you can't win a big game, you can't get over the hump. Like Skip Bayless said, Aaron Rodgers is overrated.
No, that wasn't on him.
Anybody that say Aaron Rodgers is overrated don't know sports.
Yeah, seriously. Like really?
No. You can't be overrated if you get to that many conference championship games. So that doesn't make Dan Marino overrated?
It's not easy to win a Super Bowl, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Tom Brady makes it look easy, but he's the only one.
Yeah, and
so I got a question for y'all though.
Mhm.
Do y'all think that they need more?
The Packers?
Yeah.
I think they need another receiver.
They need a receiver. They need offensive lineman.
Well,
Preferably.
we got Bakhtiari being hurt
tackle.
was a big deal. Bakhtiari being hurt was a big deal.
Yeah, they needed some corners. They need a D lineman. They need a defensive tackle.
I could see. So I'm saying, would y'all start improving on the defense or on the offense? I feel like, I mean, can you really complain with 13-3? Like,
You can't, but them guys are playing for Super Bowl. They know they don't got that many chances left. So, do you improve the defense? I improve the defense. I don't see nothing wrong with Allen Lazard and MVS and Tonyan. I don't see nothing wrong with those guys. He got Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams, AJ Dillon. I don't see nothing wrong with those guys. Maybe you can pick up a free agent from a free agent wide receiver, but in the draft, man, you could do it the other way. You could improve your defense by getting defensive free agents, or you can draft a receiver. But how good that receiver gonna be, nobody knows. So
if I'm them, man, I'm gonna look at and see what they did, and like, look, they got a good quarterback and they got a good D line. Why don't we do that?
Yeah, you need to improve that defense.
D line's so important. Like it really, like over the years, like the teams that are usually in it at the end have a good D line. Like the Niners last year. The Niners had such a good D line last year. They had DeVorest Buckner and Nick Bosa and all of them.
Mhm.
Like it's important. That D line is so crucial.
It really is. Even the Chiefs can create a little bit of pressure from that D line, and
because they got Frank Clark and Chris Jones.
Mhm. So you gotta invest in your defense if you want to get over that hump. Everybody think you just need a star quality quarterback to get you over the hump, but actually you need a pretty solid D.
Yeah, cause
because
like last year, he's a medium, he's a middle of the pack quarterback, and they made the Super Bowl.
that's right. Darius Smith, he didn't have any sacks, and he probably the best D lineman you have, DN you have. So that's a problem.
How many sacks do they even have? Like one or two?
They had one.
I don't even remember them getting pressure on him like that.
They had one sack. That's crazy. One sack.
Was it Kenny Clark? Didn't he get a sack?
It was Clark.
Yeah, Kenny Clark's not bad. They need another edge rusher.
So the Packers need to improve the defense. I say Aaron Rodgers needs to stop pounding about a receiver. You need to start thinking about how a defense can get a stop for them so they can advance to the Super Bowl. It's all about stops, man. And cause we know what they can do. I mean, shoot, they went 13-3. So if I were I'm not looking towards the offense side of the ball, I'm looking towards the defense side of the ball.
I mean, I can understand why Rodgers was mad that they took a quarterback first round because they could have got somebody to help them out this year instead of a backup quarterback.
That was a dumb pick to get Jordan Love. I mean, you got freaking Aaron Rodgers. Like, why not?
Who even knows if he's going to be good or not? I mean,
exactly. I mean, all kind of suspect on Jordan Love too. And the Saints were like, his name, the Jordan Love was attached to the Saints. I'm like, I don't know. You know, I don't see nothing really impressive. He got a strong arm, but there's nothing
they got some good receivers. There's a lot of good receivers in this draft class.
Yeah, they missed out a lot. They missed out, bro. Yeah, they really did.
This receiver class is crazy.
It was.
Yeah, it's bad.
I can see why Aaron Rodgers would be upset. Cause I'll be upset too. Cause Jordan Love was a wasted pick in my opinion. Is he gonna be a feature? We don't know that. So
he won another contract too.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. So the Bucks take down the Packers in the NFC Championship game. So a lot of happy Patriot fans. Well, I'm gonna say a lot of happy Tom Brady fans right now, and whole lot of happy Buck fans that they get to see their team go to the Super Bowl. And I just gotta say this: I hope y'all lose.
Did y'all see that stat though? It said in his 21 years he's made the Super Bowl 10 times. That's 47%. And they said in Steph Curry's career he's 43% from three. They said there's a better chance that Tom Brady's gonna be in the Super Bowl than Steph Curry makes a three.
That's a crazy.
Where do they come up with this stuff?
I don't know. That's kind of funny.
They're trying to say it again worse, man. They almost like LeBron. LeBron scored 30 points on Taco Tuesday, so he gonna average 30 every Tuesday. So watch out for that.
Come on, Ben.
You hate great.
Come on.
I'm just saying, man. They finally come up with a stat for everything.
But when you're that good, man, you gotta talk about him a lot.
Nah, I don't know.
Tom Brady, you gotta hype him up, man. You have to.
You got to. He might be the best.
Why do we need to be hyped up? If you're the greatest like that, why do we need to hype him up? I mean,
he don't do it himself.
He ain't done it over and over.
He don't do it himself. It's just everybody.
I'm saying with these stats, man. Like, what's the I understand. Like, you trying to draw in a crowd, you trying to make it like a wow factor, or whatever. But man, I don't need that stat. I can see it with my own eyes on the field. Like, yo, he won freaking, these many Super Bowls. So, I feel like they be pouring it on too thick.
He's made the conference championship 14 out of his 21 years.
Yeah?
That's nuts.
He really shouldn't have made it in NFC, but, the Saints really should be in this spot. They really should. Yeah, Drew, I think if you had fully healthy Drew.
With a fully healthy Drew, I think we got a chance at the Super Bowl.
Exactly. It seemed like everything just happened every year to the Saints for no reason.
It was kind of bad timing. Y'all kind of got a good defense at the back end of his career.
Drew really should have at least about 2 or 3 Super Bowls.
Well, if y'all would have had a good defense throughout that whole stretch, then
Yeah.
If we had a
like
good
I said,
defense,
it's not
Drew would have
quarterback,
some
it's about the
MVPs
defense.
and some rings.
Exactly. Drew would be Tom Brady with like 4 rings.
I don't know about
But
Tom Brady, but he'd be
Number 2.
a
right, let's move
he'd be
on.
Aaron Rodgers with rings.
he's already like Aaron Rodgers.
They both got 1 ring.
Yeah, so they already the same. All right,
but with more rings.
and let's move on to the Bills and Chiefs. Yeah. All right, so basically both my teams, both teams I picked to go to the Super Bowl are not going. Bills, their defense let them down. You see another example. They couldn't stop a nosebleed. The Chiefs were just having their will, man. It seemed like they were just having fun, you know. Hey guys, hey Tyreek Hill, go long, I hit you. Hey, Kelsey, just run a dig route and just stop and catch it and go for 30 yards. You know, Hardman, just stand right there on 3 football. You take it 80 yards, okay? Like they were just having their way, man. Every play they were calling, it was just working. And the Chiefs and the Bills, like they didn't know what to do. It seemed like the defense coordinator just calling wherever defensive play that might stop the Chiefs. Like, hold on, this one might work. No, whatever ain't work. Let me call this one. And it was downhill from they. I mean, they went up on the Chiefs early, 2 scores, but you gotta play all 4 quarters. You know that.
You know what made me mad? They're talking about like after Josh Allen, he didn't have a great game, and like he was kind of inaccurate. And they're all saying, "Oh, he's what we thought he was." Like they just disregarded everything else he done this year, just because he had one bad game. That's what makes me mad. People do that stuff. They do that.
I know. Were they not riding his bandwagon the whole season? And did he not prove them wrong?
He had a bad game. I'll say that, but like the dude had a great season. Like
I know,
that was definitely
you can't take that away
the
from
right
him.
direction. He had a step in the right direction. Yeah, it's stupid.
See, that's why I don't like different analysts like that, man. They flip flop. No, just a guy had one bad game. That's the end of the world. I mean, every quarterback has a bad game. Granted, it happened in the wrong time, but still, man, when your defense can't stop anybody, you pressing, and when you press, that's what happens. Turnovers happen.
Even if he'd have went off, they still were lost.
Exactly, because they couldn't make a stop. They couldn't get the Chiefs off the field. So, I mean, what you want the man to do? He gonna press. He had to force the ball downfield, and he got forced into coverage. He probably got forced into double coverage and places that he really don't want to throw the football because he can't dink and dunk downfield. It's a race against the clock too. You playing the opponent and the clock. So what you want this man to do? And you tell the defense to make a stop. Tell the defense to make a play. Don't put it all on Josh Allen because he had a bad game. No, the defense had a worse game. And
they have no run game.
And oh my word, see, that's the problem I have with certain offenses. They think they can just go out there and just sling it all day long, and they expect the defense to be tired. No, you're not making the defense tired, not one bit. They just, I mean, it's not that hard to run the ball.
Everybody can't be the 08 Saints.
They can't. So I remember looking at Josh Allen's stats and guess how many times he threw the football?
Like 48 or something.
48 times.
Jesus.
48 times. And then Devin Singletary had 6 rushes for 17 yards.
Yeah,
6 rushes. Josh Allen had more rushing yards than him. Josh Allen had 88 rushing yards.
Yeah, 88.
88. And they only gave the ball to Singletary 6 times. And, the Bills had a decision in the game, too, to go forward or kick a field goal. Like, who is talking to the coaches in the ear and like, yo, the numbers are telling you need to go for it? The numbers has to be telling them they need to go for it. if they using analytics, I'm pretty sure analytics are saying you need to score a touchdown here, not no field goal.
Yeah, I don't think they be thinking about them analytics in games, though.
Man, the Chiefs, I heard it. I think it was the Chiefs are big on analytics, and Andy Reid will go for a fourth down in a heartbeat.
But he has balls.
But I'm saying though, you need a score.
That with Chad. He even did it with Chad Henne.
Yeah, he did. You Chad Henne. I mean, look, what Hearns Edwards say? We play to win the game.
As you should.
That's what we do, don't we? That's what we playing, right? When you gambling,
they're kicking all this field goals. Like, you ain't gonna beat the Chiefs kicking field goals, man.
Exactly. All right. We'll take 3, and y'all take 7. We'll take another 3, and y'all take another 7. I'm not very good at math, but I'm pretty sure that's not gonna work out.
Hey, look, 3 ain't never been more than 7.
That's not gonna work out. I'm sorry, guys. And y'all didn't have I don't know what y'all defense went over before the game. Maybe y'all said, hey, y'all take the day off, guys. Chiefs, we just gotta just show up. You know, it seemed like they didn't have nothing in place. No pass rush, no corners. And I wasn't blown away. I was just like, yo, the Bills was really outmatched, and I did not see this happening. I knew the defense was gonna be a problem, but not this big of a problem.
Yeah.
So the Chiefs, the Bills are young. They're a young team, so they just gotta make some corrections on the defense, man. They gotta sign some free agents, draft, build that defense, and if once they get that defense right, man, the Bills are definitely gonna be a Super Bowl favorite. They just can add some leaders to that defense.
Running back.
Yeah, running back. I mean, isn't Aaron Jones gonna be a free agent this year? I think so. I think he's at the end of his contract.
Is he?
Wasn't he a rookie? Wasn't he on his rookie deal?
It was a good year for the Bills.
It was.
Like,
I don't
you can't take nothing
think
away
they
from Josh
expected
Allen.
it. Right.
They should have got Fournette when they had a chance. It just amazes me. It just amazes me nobody didn't go after Fournette, once the Jaguars. They're acting like Fournette scrub. I watched Fournette. I had Fournette on my fantasy league a couple years ago. I want to say last year, actually. And he did great. I mean, he did above average. And they were like, oh, he only can run in a straight line. He can't know how to. He looked pretty dang good to me versus Green Bay. He made a juke move. He put on a spin move, broke free, then scored that touchdown. It seemed like he had pretty moves to me.
Here's some free agent running backs. Here's some free agent running backs they could pick up. You got Kenyon Drake, you got Todd Gurley, you got Mark Ingram, Telvin Coleman, Matt Breida, Fournette, McKinnon, Marlon Mack, Le'Veon Bell. I mean, James Conner. I mean, Gus Edwards. There's some pretty decent ones out there. Jamal Williams.
I'm looking at Marlon Mack and Leonard Fournette. I think that'll be a great duel.
Aaron Jones is an unrestricted free agent. Yeah. So, yeah, he is a free agent.
I mean,
Philip Lindsay.
I mean, they just need to throw some money on free agents right there, man. They need something. Because 48 attempts, man, a playoff game with Singletary and rushing balls this time? No.
Right. And like
your backup is
before,
TJ Yeldon? No.
Right. Like I said before, I really think the only formula to beat Mahomes is, like, keep him off the field, bro.
Exactly.
You got it.
Yeah, we know Bills can pull the points. We know they can. We know Josh Allen can throw for 5 touchdowns, 400 yards.
But they can't put up no points with the Chiefs.
I know the Chiefs score easily. Like one play, the Chiefs can score. It just you don't want to have a shootout. You just don't. And you know, Josh Allen, he's young and this is his first playoff game. So why you put that much pressure on that boy? I mean, you supposed to make things easier for your quarterback. You must make things more comfortable for your quarterback. Not throw the whole dang team on his back and expect him to outdo Patrick Mahomes.
Gotta run the ball.
You gotta run the ball, Chiefs. I mean, Bills, you got to. So we already know what Patrick Mahomes did. He threw for 325, 3 touchdowns. They had Williams, he ran the ball for 13 times with 52 yards and a touchdown. Hill had 9 catches, 172 yards. Kelsey had 13 catches, 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the Bills defense don't have.
What did Kelsey have?
13 catches for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Jesus.
I know Bills don't have nobody on that defense. That defense secondary or linebacking core they can cover Kelsey. My word.
I mean, my God, can anybody cover Kelsey? I mean, I swear.
I don't know. I mean, the dude like 6'7".
Hey.
I don't know.
I want to see I want to see the Bucs linebackers against Travis Kelsey. Though I think that's going to be nice to see.
Yeah, Devin White gonna have to have a game.
He is. Cause to me, I don't even think he can cover Kelsey. He's fast, but man, Kelsey's a savvy veteran.
Devin White is like that, man. I like that dude.
Yeah, it's just like when Deion Jones, Deion Jones, he can cover too, but man, Kelsey, man, he's the best tight end in the league.
Wouldn't y'all say he's already top 5 all time tight ends? Wouldn't you say?
Easy.
I don't know, man. I gotta think about it. I have to think.
I think you
do not have to think about that.
I do, man. All right, so who y'all rather have? Who y'all rather have, Shannon Sharp or Kelsey?
Kelsey.
Shannon.
Give me Shannon. I don't know. That's tough.
Shannon can do everything Kelsey can do, but I believe Shannon is faster.
I think Shannon can block.
Yeah, Shannon can do it all.
Yeah, I mean,
he can run too, though.
Oh, right now, there's somebody in the NFL right now to take over Kelsey. I take Kittle when he's healthy.
All right, so we got Shannon Sharp, Tony Gonzalez, Kellen Winslow,
Gates.
Antonio Gates, Gronk.
Oh, he might not be top 5. I forgot about Gronk.
So he might be 6. I don't think he's better than Kellen Winslow. I don't know y'all remember the old Chargers. Kellen Winslow, he broke records. I mean, he shattered records.
I actually read before my time.
Yeah, you need to go watch it. Go watch some NFL films on Kellen Winslow. That boy was he paid away for tight ends.
But
I'll take Kelsey over Jason Witten any day.
What do you say?
I said I'll take Kelsey over Jason Witten any day.
I take Kelsey over Witten. Witten, he good at knowing coverages and finding holes in zones. He's reliable. But Jason Witten, you like, dang man, Jason Witten just destroyed us. I believe Kelsey, he just come out there and he just had no answer really. All right, so the score was 38-24, winning close. You see the Bills players, they kind of got aggravated with the whole situation. They started fighting at the end. It was understandable. You make it come all that way. Well, it's not really understandable. You got to keep your composure, but, it's just how they feeling. So, man, it was a boring game. I thought it was going to be a little bit more exciting, but it was Bills and Chiefs was just too much. So if Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl, what does this do for his legacy?
Nothing.
Let me reset that. Hold on, let me reset that. Did y'all hear video pop up playing?
No.
Did y'all hear video pop up playing?
No.
Okay. Must be on my end. All right. So if Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl, what does this do for his legacy? If I own it, let me
Nothing.
ask you this: what if he doesn't win or he do win?
It
You
don't
know,
matter. Either.
it doesn't
It
matter.
don't. It don't matter. It don't.
I mean, him making it is like huge.
Mm-hmm.
But if he wins it, man, I don't even know what to say. Like, there's nothing else you can say about Tom Brady. He's a goat already.
Well,
Like,
I say that, but
he-
it does add to his legacy just because he came to the NFC and did it without Belichick.
and if he beats Mahomes, in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
Right.
Yeah, cause Mahomes will be the new, the new era.
He's the baby goat.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. The goat versus the baby goat.
Right.
If he wins Super Bowl, he definitely. I don't think nobody can make an argument. He'd be the greatest of all time. It don't matter what nobody say. People still debating if he's the greatest of all time. Some people still pick Joe Montana. They still have. Yeah, some people still pick Joe Montana. Over Tom.
Like, it would also help his legacy because then he could say he won a Super Bowl without Belichick.
But I don't take nothing away from Belichick because I feel like, he did put Tom in a situation to win. The Patriots always had a good defense too. Not always, but most of the time that Tom Brady went to the Super Bowl, they had a pretty good defense.
Yeah.
So it's not like Tom Brady just had nothing. Like he didn't have no defense like Drew. He all had a pretty good defense either way. So it just I already had him no more anyway. So it don't really do much for me in per se, but I know others, they still have their kicks about them.
That's just haters. I mean, there's no way you can. If you really know football, he's a goat.
Hands down.
And
Not even close.
I know y'all probably heard Aaron Rodgers' comments after the game. My phone died, so I do not have the comments. Aaron Rodgers comments.
Yeah, he said something about his future was uncertain or something like that.
He said a lot of people on the team's future is uncertain, mine included.
Yes.
Yeah.
How much thought do y'all take into that comment?
None.
That's 2 years in a row they made it to the NFC Championship, couldn't get over the hump, and he was talking about how exhausted he was to put in all this work and get to this point. He talking about how hard it was to get to this point and then just not being able to win it. So he was definitely pissed at Matt LaFleur for not going for that.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is a little prima donna anyway. So I think he is, man. He think he's 200 sometimes. He just like when they drafted Jordan Love. Of course he has something to be upset about, but he was acting real prima donna like he ain't going nowhere.
It wasn't like that though. Like it's not like it didn't affect him on the field because he did that and then had an MVP season after that. He took it personally. He's like,
I think he just used it for motivation.
Yeah,
I just think he wants his respect, man.
If he'd have won this game and then won the Super Bowl against Mahomes, he'd have been the most for his legacy. I think he'd have slid in the number 2 then.
But this might be in the back of his head though. Matt LaFleur didn't respect him enough to let him go for it on 4th down. Like he said, it wasn't my decision. He had no choice in that decision. So I would take that disrespect. If they're Tom Brady, man, he going 4-on-4. If they're Drew, guess what they doing? They going 4-on-4.
Yeah,
so why he
didn't get the same respect as them?
Yeah, so why would he not let Aaron Rodgers go for it? He wanted to. Like I said, I watch a lot of Saints. I'm a Saints fan. So I see Drew plead with Sean all the time. I see Drew like stay on the field and Sean Payton like call him over, like come off the field, and he like, we about to go for this thing. And I seen Drew wave Thomas Morstead off the field plenty of times on fourth down.
It's just, man, you want to win the big games, you got to make big choices. And that wasn't even like it was like that was a no-brainer choice to go for that. It wasn't even a hard decision.
So do y'all see that as disrespect?
Yeah.
Yeah, disrespect this game. This skill level. I do.
Disrespect big time. But Matt LaFleur, he said he want him back. You know, he said something on the lines of, "You have to be crazy not to want, you know, the MVP of this league back on the team. You know, the leader of this team. It'd be crazy for me not to want him back." So he'd be talking the side of his mouth. I don't know, but the Packers cannot let Aaron Rodgers walk. I mean, he still got a lot of football in him. And
if I was Aaron Rodgers, I'd go somewhere else. I'd be like, good luck with Jordan Love. I'm going somewhere else.
I mean, they got a great team. Why would you want to leave that?
Because he might could go somewhere else, like the Niners or something. Because he's from there. He's from California, the Bay Area.
I mean, wouldn't they have to trade Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think they'll send him to the 49ers.
Didn't he say he wanted another contract, though?
Yeah.
Look at how much they don't have to pay him.
I bet he's gonna want like what is he, 37? He's gonna want like a 3-year deal probably.
Yeah, cause I think he's making $37 million right now.
He deserves another contract after this year.
Dude, you see all these quarterbacks playing very well into their 40s.
Exactly. I mean, look at Chad Henne. He's 34 and he's still playing.
Yeah. The great
Don't know about Chad Henne. Go.
Chad Henne said, yeah, I'm testing free agency this year. He see James, he see all the other quarterbacks here testing free agency. It's gonna be like 10 or 15 different quarterbacks in free agency this year. So Chad Henne gonna throw his hat in the ring too. He might get a job. So I won't take too much stock into what Aaron Rodgers said. You know, like I said, Aaron Rodgers he's a drama queen. So he gonna blow things out of proportion. But at the end of the day, he'll be back next year. I truly believe that. I don't think he's going anywhere. I'll be shocked if they blow that team up.
I doubt he'll be gone.
2 years in a row. I mean, they lost to the 49ers last year and they lost to the Buccaneers this year. I mean, you came really close. So why would you blow that up?
Right.
Yeah, he'll be back in the Packers, I believe. There's so many different quarterbacks on the trade block right now. Like, I don't even see, like, a place for him to go. I mean, obviously people would want him, but, like, I don't know. I just don't think the Packers are going to trade him.
I can't see him in another uniform. So,
did you see Brady in another uniform?
You said Brady?
Could you have seen Brady in another uniform before this?
Yeah, because I knew that relationship between him and Bill Belichick soured, and
it could be the same way with him and Fuller.
And Brady did so much for the Patriots organization by taking pay cuts, and they still didn't give him no weapons. And yeah, I saw that relationship; it was just dissolving. Speaking of players, what do y'all think about players and their social media accounts? Over the weekend, we had MT Michael Thomas going back and forth with Carlton Davis, and MT going back and forth with fans, and MT just tweeting all the different kind of things, he wasn't talking about some of his teammates directly, but some of the comments he was making were kind of like shots at a certain individual, in my opinion. Well, do y'all think that players talk too much on social media when they should just leave it alone? I feel like it digs them into a hole where they might split a locker room by certain comments.
Yeah, some of them do.
I personally like the competitiveness, but I think MT be taking it a little far. Like, bro, we know you're good. Yeah. Like, that's what it is.
He's sitting there on his couch talking to Carlton Davis when Carlton Davis is getting ready for the NFC Championship. What sense does that make? Really, Carson Davis said this.
He held you to no catches.
Well, I don't like people say that dude was injured. So I wouldn't
I
say
know,
that.
but still,
You can't
still,
really
you
say
don't need to
that.
talk.
You can't say that, but I mean, still, you can't be talking this. Like, at the end of the day, that dude crunched you, and you played.
Yeah, so like, there's no sense in even talking.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, so do you think teams need to put like a restraint on Twitter, on certain social media platforms? Like they need to put in player contracts not to engage in let's say in arguments or disputes or anything like that.
I don't think they should do that because I mean, that's like they should. I mean, I'd want to know which players were what they were like just like to see like who. I don't know. I just don't think they should put restraints on them just to see who's who. Like,
That can ruin the locker room now. Cause a lot of Saints fans are really upset because it felt like he wasn't taking a shot at Drew, but it was like an underlying comment about Drew in there for sure.
yeah.
So
I mean, that's their franchise for a long time. He don't need to be talking about Drew Brees, man.
I'm
Drew Brees made him. Drew Brees made him.
My phone died. Gabriel, do you have that comment I sent you?
Yeah.
Tyler, did you see it?
What comment?
He said if a DB knows the quarterback can't throw deep, they gonna play aggressive underneath with safety help over the top.
Oh yeah, he was talking about some get that boy some help.
So if you talking about if DB gonna sit on their routes and play close up to the line of scrimmage because they know a quarterback can't throw deep, and he trying to explain to himself why he has 0 catches. So who is he talking about? The Green Bay game, but in reality, but it's the underlying tone of another game because he's making an excuse.
Oh,
he's making an excuse.
They know Rodgers can throw over 20 yards.
I see. So he's saying he was talking about Drew in that situation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's trying to explain to Carlton Davis why he has 0 catches. He said if a quarterback can't throw deep, then the defense can play up and play on the routes, right? So he's trying to have a little outlet onto why he has 0 catches. So that really go back on Drew, who he's saying can't throw deep. So that's why the corners play up. So since
he's right,
he's right, but you can't say that. Like you can't say that.
I understand talking trash to people on Twitter and stuff, but like you don't need to be talking trash after you just lost and had 0 catches. I'm sorry.
And you can't say something like that because we already know who can't throw deep. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's not like you gotta be Sherlock Holmes. I know exactly who you're talking about who can't throw deep, and that's why Carlton Davis playing up on you. If Drew can throw deep, then Carlton Davis would have been playing on his routes. But since he can't throw deep, then he like, well, Michael Thomas can't go deep, so I'm not worried about that.
I'll say, but I don't think he meant it in any disrespect to Drew. He was just
it came out
in his case.
Like you tell somebody, I don't like before you tell somebody, you say, I don't mean no disrespect by this, but you say it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Michael Lee said, hey, Drew, I don't mean no disrespect, but hey, Carter Dale playing on routes because you know you can't throw deep.
I mean, I'd be pressing somebody the whole game if all they could run was a slant too.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, well don't do that, bro.
I say this: MT has some of the best route running skills of some of some of the top receivers. He don't run a 4.3 like Julio. He runs a 4.5 and he still get wide open. If he run a slant, what's so crazy about it? If you know MT running the slant, why do he keep beating you?
Physical.
If you know,
he's so physical out in the top of his routes, bro.
Exactly. If you know somebody gonna do that move and you can't stop it, what does that say about you? And what does that say about that person? That means that they own you and they pretty dang good if you can't stop it and you know it's coming. It's just like playing an old head in basketball. If you know he gonna do that dumb back you down fadeaway, and he's scoring it every time, and you get mad because he can't stop it, so you say, "Oh, that's the only move. You can't do nothing else." Why would he need to do something else if you can't stop it? So that's respect. I mean, that's just plain and simple. I mean, I'm not gonna change up something that you can't stop. If I can beat you on the slant and still gain and still have 12 catches for over some yards, then that making you look bad that you can't stop one move. So they're all slant talk and healing and run. I don't care about that because if you can't stop it, then you can't stop it. That means you're not good enough.
There's a lot of receivers I take.
Yeah. I mean, you can't if you know Tyreek Hill gonna run a fly every time, or crossing route, and you can't stop it. Then what does it say about you? No, it just say Tyreek Hill's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
So players on social media, man, I think that they need to really bat something and think about before they post, because it can split locker rooms. It can cost you a contract, and just off one tweet can just ruin everything for you. So I think players need to take more consideration of who they're talking to and what they're talking about. All right, so we'll go on. We'll go on to some NBA news. Of course, the Nets, they lose to the Cavaliers twice. What's going on in that situation? They got all that firepower, and they can't play defense.
I think they're still trying to mix together and figure out their role.
They're trying to figure it out.
How can you figure out defense?
Well, the other who they play yesterday? They beat somebody yesterday. I can't remember who it was, but they won yesterday. And this is the first time I've ever seen this. But they won, and Harden only had 20 points.
Oh, I know you're talking about. They held the Heat to ace points. I think it was the Heat.
Yeah, Harden went 7 for 10 from the field. I don't know when was the last time I've seen Harden only shoot it 10 times. That's crazy.
But I'm not even talking about scoring. How you need to figure out defense. Defense is one of the easiest things you can figure out when you play basketball.
Yeah,
they're building the chemistry.
Yeah.
That what?
I get what Ben's saying though. I get what you're saying. It's just tough.
Yeah, it's just they're trying to figure out their role.
And neither one of them really play defense anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and when you play defense, it's nothing really to figure out your role when you play defense. You just know you got that man, and you know you got help side, and you know you collapse on certain plays.
It's different though, because you got screens. Like, do we switch this? Are we playing?
Like, you got to communicate.
I'm pretty sure you go through screen switching and walkthroughs. When you playing against this is the NBA now, so they got intel, they got scouts watching games, so they know who do what. It's not like we playing in high school and we just playing against a guy that we probably never seen before, so we don't know how that pick and roll game is. So just like you playing against the Golden State Warriors, we already know Curry runs some pick and rolls, so we going through that through walkthroughs.
Yeah, it's just different in a game time situation though. Like when you haven't played with these people, like that's where the chemistry comes in, like with the communication, because defense is so much about communication, and that's where the chemistry.
What my coaches tell us, just open your mouth and talk. It's not that hard to play defense. It's really not. It's not like in the NFL when you put in a whole package. Basketball is a little bit easier because it's 5 guys, and all you gotta do is just open your mouth, like screen. No, we had a code word when somebody sent a back screen. We were like Fox. We know it's just talk. You just talk to each other, just simple words, and we know that what's coming. If I hear that code word, that means something's coming. That I know.
Yeah, but these superstars, but they ego big. They feel like don't say nothing to me. Really?
He said, "Don't say nothing to me. You do just dropping 40 on you. Don't say nothing to me. You're playing good defense.
Don't say nothing to me."
To be fair though, Colin Sexton has a game of his life.
Yeah, I like Colin Sexton, man. a lot.
He's got a good game. He's kind of clutch.
Oh, wasn't people
Exactly.
doubting him like a couple year ago?
Huh?
Weren't
Yeah,
people like doubting him a year ago?
Yeah, now he's averaging like 25 a game this year.
Yeah.
Was
He only
a
like
player-
6'1".
Yeah.
Some people just take a little bit to develop.
Would y'all trade Kyrie?
Yeah.
I would.
Where
Yeah.
would you send him to?
Whoever gives me the best options for a bench.
I said the Raptors. I think the Raptors got a lot to give. I think they were trying to
that'd be
blow up
nice.
their team.
Maybe like a Kyle
Oh,
Lowry,
okay.
Serge Ibaka or something.
Well, Serge Ibaka is with the
Kyle Lowry.
Or
Isn't
not
Serge-
Serge Ibaka.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
he was
with,
Clippers. Not
he
Serge
with the
Ibaka.
Clippers.
Or
You talking
maybe
about
OG Anunoby or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
For Siakam.
All right, they can get Van Fleet.
Van Vliet and Siakam for Kyrie.
Tyler, would you do that?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to give up Kyle Lowry.
I mean, they
Well, I
not
don't know.
winning
That
with
might
him.
not be a good trade though. That might not be a bad trade because they still
Yeah.
have Pascal Siakam.
With Kyrie.
I just don't know if the
that
Raptors
might
would
not be-
trade Siakam.
Oh no, he untouchable.
Yeah, he's
What
not
about
gonna get traded.
Anunoby? What about Anunoby?
I don't know if they trade him either because he's one of their young pieces. He's one of their main pieces.
Because they couldn't just trade Van Vliet. They have to give somebody else too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take Kyle Lowry. Cause I think
They're
they're trying to unload him, man. If I can get Kyle
They're not
Lowry
gonna
with
trade.
another piece,
They're
or at
not
least,
going to trade both Kyle Lowry and Van Vliet though.
yeah, they're not. So I'll take Kyle Lowry. He play defense now, and he's very competitive.
Yeah.
Well, they need like a. They need
And
Kyle Lowry.
he's not ball dominant either. So he pass it, just like in the finals, he wasn't doing much, but he was still there. He's still not out some big threes.
They really need to trade Kyrie for like another point guard, like a point guard and like a wing player. Like they need another defensive wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say something. Now, like I said, I think the Raptors got some depth on that bench. Well, not like deep depth, but they got quality. They got some quality.
What about the Spurs? Maybe like for like Patty Mills and DeRozan or something.
I don't see Kyrie playing in that system under Popovich.
I don't know. I see something like a.
I don't see that very well. I don't know.
I don't know. It's
He's
kind
a scorer
of Kyrie.
too.
It's hard. I think it'd be hard to trade Kyrie.
I mean, they can't trade him because he was the one who came there first with KD.
He has no trade clause.
But being like, that don't matter.
Shoot, hey, bro, it's a business. Nothing personal, dog. Just business. No, you can still come over and win every time you want to, but you gotta get up out of here.
Right.
So, yeah, I think they just need a couple pieces, man, and that'd be straight. And I know Skip better say high on them, but I just need to, like you said, they probably just need a couple more games, and they'll probably
Also,
iron out all the wrinkles and start playing a little bit better together.
I don't even think they got to trade Kyrie because they can just wait until closer to the trade deadline when they start doing all those buyouts and stuff like that. There's going to be some like
when people start unloading players.
Yeah, when there's going to be like some wings that are going to be available that they're going to want to try to get a ring, and they'll go there. Like they'll pick up some people.
Yeah,
So,
they're trying to trade for Kevin Love and JaVale McGee right now.
That's dumb. That's like if they got Kevin Love, man, less defense.
But they need defense on the wings. They need defense in the front court.
Yeah, they need some wings.
I don't know.
Shaq, he made headways again with
Donovan Mitchell.
his outrageous comments, and a lot of people saying Shaq has been taking it too far. If y'all haven't heard already, I'm gonna bring y'all up to speed. So the Jazz, They beat the Pelicans that night, 129 to 118. And Donovan Mitchell scored 36 points, had 7 rebounds, 5 assists. And so he was player of the game. He went to talk to Shaq. And Shaq said, Spider, this is Shaq. I said, tonight you are one of my favorite players, but you don't have what it takes to get to the next level. I said on purpose. I want you to hear it. What do you have to say about that? And Donovan Mitchell was like, all right. Then then Shaq was like, Mitchell said, that's it. And Shaq said, that's it. And Mitchell said, yeah, that's it. And Shaq said, okay, cool. I just want you to hear it. Then Mitchell said, I've been hearing that since my rookie year. I'm just going to get better and do what I do. And Shaq said, good. That's why I wanted to hear you say, love your game, brother. Keep it up. Was Shaq out of line here?
I think he could have presented it better.
Yeah, he just said it the wrong way. I don't know if he meant it the way that everybody's taking it, but he just did not word it right.
You know, Shaq's very blunt. He don't know how to word things. He just blurts it out.
He don't got a filter.
I understand when I read the comment as an athlete, I don't take it as like he just being like totally disrespectful to my face. I see it as a challenge. I see it as like, okay, like it's just like a coach coming to you like, you have what it takes, but you're just not there. You gotta improve this and this and this, and I'm not seeing it from you right now. You take it at face value. You take the key points he said, and you work on that. And you try to get better because he sees something in your game that's incomplete. And I think a lot of pro athletes, they kind of like I won't say soft, but they sensitive.
Yeah.
You a millionaire now. You just not a player. You a millionaire, a multi-millionaire with a brand. So they really, I feel like they sensitive in comments and they take it to heart. It's just like when Jordan and the Pistons was going there and they were saying everything about Jordan, but they had respect for Jordan though. Some of them did have respect for Jordan, and Jordan, he was like the new era, and George kind of said it, so he took it the wrong way. But they're really just trying to like usher in, like show him to their style of basketball play.
Not Isaiah though. Isaiah disrespects Jordan.
Yeah, but the other ones like John Sally and Joe Dumars
and that's kind of killer, man, out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think a lot of these players are sensitive.
Well, Donovan Mitchell took it the right way.
Yeah, and Donovan Mitchell did it the right way. I would have said the same thing. I'm like, okay. I would have said something like, well, that's your opinion, and that's okay. Is that what you think? I would have said something like that.
I just feel like these old players, they feel entitled to these current NBA players' respect, and I don't think.
Well, I think
young players like
in a league like that, it's like a fraternity, right? So the founders always gonna get the respect, right? So I feel like NBA stars like Shaq, Michael, Scotty, they looking at these players like, we paid the way we did our dues.
Right.
So you should respect us guys. We are the old heads now of the game, and we know what we're doing, and we know what we see, or we know the competitiveness of the sport.
I just think
they go about it the wrong way. Yeah, he was. I just think they go about it in the wrong way.
Yeah, because he was like, I think he was basically saying, look, you showed me something tonight, and I respect you now.
Yeah.
But in a weird way.
Now, he did start off like, you are one of my favorite players. I guess he was trying to like soothe it, like, here's a popsicle to keep you occupied while, I'm about to serve you broccoli real quick, just to get his tension off. then hit him with bam with a question with a statement like that. So a lot of people, LeBron, of course, he took it as disrespect. That's not surprising. And some other players took it as disrespect, but no. At least you have bulletin board material, and you know what Shaq thinks of you. It's just not. At least you're not trying to kiss your butt like other analysts or other people try to do. At least at least some people say he was trying to put attention on himself, which that's understandable. But hey, a sportsman is competitive, and we say competitive things, and we talk noise all day long. And it's nothing personal. It's just the game, man. It's just how we wired.
Right.
Do y'all have any early MVPs in the NBA?
You know who I'm gonna say.
KD.
Don't say it.
You know who I'm gonna say.
Don't say it.
KD or
You know it too.
Embiid's having a good year so far. Jokic.
Curry.
I mean, LeBron's
Yeah,
in
I like Curry. I say LeBron though. I say LeBron or KD.
Definitely KD before LeBron.
Nah, they're not winning games over here.
Man, did LeBron win it last year?
No,
they gave
Okay,
it to the
okay
dude.
then. So you ain't gonna win it this year.
They keep giving it to the guy that
They
just
hate
started
Brady,
off.
bro.
He ain't gonna win this year, so you might want to change your player. Okay, you're not gonna win
Want
it.
to bet? Want to bet?
What you trying to bet?
LeBron's gonna win it
Bet
this
20?
year. I think LeBron's gonna win it this year, Ben.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Want to bet 20?
Bet 20.
Yeah.
We'll do it like this. We bet a meal.
Meal.
All right, wait. Like a meal to eat?
Yeah.
Oh,
all right. Yeah. That's cool.
We bet a meal. Like, no, I treat you to something to eat. No, where you choose.
Bet.
LeBron. I already know what I want, Tyler. So yeah. I'm thinking I'm right list. I'm gonna make sure I pick something good.
yeah. If LeBron wins it, Tyler, don't take it easy on him.
I'm not. I want Ruth Chris Steak.
He said I want a sirloin steak. I ain't talking about Applebee's.
They gonna have to fly my food in.
He said I ain't talking about Applebee's steak either.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So I saw something on my Instagram. I thought it was very interesting. Is Zion overrated?
No,
No.
not at all.
Y'all just saying no, but I want to hear why.
He's not the problem. He's not the problem on that team.
It's not what okay. Let's not think about the team. Let's think about him individually. What he brings to the table.
He's
He
efficient.
can definitely get better, but he just
he will.
What he is right now, I think he's right where he needs to be.
From where he was drafted at, he's not overrated.
No.
And Lonzo overrated.
Yes.
Then Zion is probably overrated too.
What?
Zion not overrated.
How you gonna compare Lonzo and Zion?
Because they both were drafted pretty high, right?
Okay.
Lonzo ain't living up to the expectations, as you clearly see, because his game was incomplete. His shooting was not there. It's not there. It's just not. So it's not going to carry over. Zion the same way.
Zion doesn't. He's not known as a shooter though.
Zion can't. Well, Zion. Like my comparison. I can see him with Draymond, a better Draymond.
Except he averages 24 a game and 8 rebounds.
That only can take you so far, though.
He's
20 years old, Ben. He's 20 years old.
Okay. Kobe, how old was Kobe when he came in? But Kobe was way raw talent.
Don't do that. That's
you can't compare Zion Williamson to Kobe Bryant.
Okay. What about Karl Malone, they have about similar game, and look what Karl Malone did. Zion don't have none of that.
Karl Malone never even won a ring.
Oh, but he's still one of the best power forwards, top 10 all time.
Zion, come on, Ben. He's 20 years old. Let him grow into his game.
If he's not grown, if I'm not seeing improvement, then it's gonna be dangerous. I'm trying to tell you, if he don't develop his game, it's gonna be dangerous.
I will agree with you on that. But you gotta let him. He only played like 50 games.
I'm just saying where he drafted at, man. You can't make mistakes.
He was hurt. He got hurt.
You can't take it for granted. Cause like he's still having conditioning problems, right?
Yeah, he do be tired. He be real tired like this.
So it's not boding well. It's not going. He putting up the numbers, but how long can he sustain it without involving himself? You got to involve. Once you get to the NBA, you just can't do that. You got to involve your play. You got to involve who you are, what type of player you are. You got to involve your conditioning.
He's not going to be a bust.
Goes to his team, though.
But he ain't a bust, though.
I'm just saying, is he overrated? That's all I'm asking.
I don't think so.
Nah, he's not overrated.
Like I say, to me, he's just a little bit. He's a step above Draymond. He reminds me of Draymond. He just does.
Dude, they're not. Don't disrespect him like that.
I mean, the Pelicans, look, they already putting people on the trading block.
Hey, what if they traded for Kyrie?
That's not gonna work. Lonzo is not gonna work on that team.
Or Bledsoe and Ingram for Kyrie.
He can't play defense either, and he can't shoot.
Bledsoe can play defense.
I said Lonzo.
I know Bledsoe and Ingram for Kyrie.
Lonzo is a great defender.
Yeah, they get Ingram. I'm just talking about Lonzo. They looking for a point. They need a point guard.
Lonzo would be perfect for them.
Why?
He would, because he can pass.
He can pass. I think he could hit a spot up shot, a spot up three.
But he can't play defense.
Yeah, he can. Lonzo's actually known for defense.
No, he's not. Trust me, he's not.
He's a great.
Tyler, isn't he good on defense?
Hey, remember what Angie said? Hey, you remember what Angie said when she saw Lonzo play?
But he's a great defender still.
Tyler don't want to say it. Tyler don't want to say it. What did Angie say when she saw Lonzo play?
He said he could. But he's still a good defender.
Now, man, the Pelicans trying to get rid of him. This is gonna be his
yard. He'd be a good wing.
He's gonna go over there and he's gonna be the best defender on the team if he goes to the Knicks.
He's not a better defender than KD.
Yes, he is.
No, he's
not. You can't do that because KD's 7 feet tall.
But you say he'd be the best defender on the Nets, but he's not better. He's not better defender than KD.
Best on-ball defender. Yes, he is.
Well, he's on the trading block.
Ben, watch Lonzo play defense one day. Watch the Pelicans.
I have. Lonzo, he cannot play defense. I seen dudes drive right past him. Like, it just, he's 6'6", but come on. You still got to move your feet.
You sound wild right now, bro.
You still got to move your feet, man. You can't use your arms all the time. Can't use a link. You got to move.
He's a good defender, bro.
I seen him get left in the dust, bro.
Everyone gets left
by a simple crossover. Just left with his knees buckled.
By who?
I think it doesn't matter about who. I know you. As soon as I say the player, like, well, of course, look who he's been guarding.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody gets off.
No, man. No, I ain't giving you that ammo.
Exactly.
I just know he left his knees buckled. Just know that. Like, he don't know how to move his feet on defense.
All right, Ben, name like 5 point guards that are better defensively than Lonzo.
That's one on his team, Bledsoe.
Drew Holiday.
Rondo.
No.
So Rondo didn't have them steals in them key games.
I'm talking like on-ball defense.
Lowry,
Yeah, Dennis Schroeder.
Fleet. We already seen what he can do on defense, on
He's a
ball.
solid. Lonzo was
Hey,
solid.
John Wall's right now. John Wall's a good
John
defender.
Wall. Oh yeah, there's another one. I mean, that's plenty.
I'm just saying, Lonzo's a good defender.
Well, like I
Yeah.
said, he's on the trading block. I don't know who's trading for him, but he's there. He might do a package deal or something. Guys, no, I don't see nobody just say, "Oh yeah, give me Lonzo."
They were
Oh,
looking
my
at
God.
they was trying to trade for Kelly Oubre.
Who? Oh, the Nets.
That'd be nice.
No, the Pelicans.
Oh yeah, they needed some scores because I don't know, man. It seemed like the team was coming together, like they were trying to make moves, and they just didn't mesh well or something. I don't know.
That's roster sucks.
Tell me about
That's
it.
cool.
I feel like they should never fire that coach. I forgot his name. Was it? No, it wasn't.
Who's Pelicans?
Yeah, the coach.
Gentry? Alvin
Who?
Gentry?
Yeah, they should. I feel like they shouldn't fire him
Well, Van Gundy ain't done nothing.
I don't know.
because they still in the same predicament. Really, it's like they worse.
They just worse because that roster is so bad. That's the worst roster in the league as far as fit.
All right. Well, y'all have anything else y'all want to talk about? Anything y'all want to get to before we end the show?
No, I'm good.
Not really. Just I want you to say that Zion's not a bust.
I'll let you know at the end of the season.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god.
This dude ain't no bust, bro.
I didn't. Oh, look, I just threw the question out there. I said I can see it him being a bust. I just made an argument on why he can be a bust, but I'm like in the middle. So
You need to go
I
look
can
at
see
his
why
stats.
some people say he won't be a bust. I can see why some people say he probably is gonna be a bust. So
I feel like it's
hey,
just I listen
I'm
to
just a moderator.
you.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning into Voice of the Fan Sportscast with your host Ben Reels, Tyler Wright, and Taylor Gatwood. You can catch us on all social media. Just type in VOL Sportscast, and we'll pop up. We're on all major platforms on podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, Castbox. So, and we also have a YouTube channel now, so check us there. And thank you for all the support, and we're gonna continue to get better and grow and bring y'all great content. So thanks for coming on with us on this journey of sports, and I hope y'all enjoy our tapes. And we'll see y'all next time.
You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.